back to the WCG for the evening session on the second day of the first statewide traffic management test match. After a seesawing afternoon session, Rabi's 11 will resume at 6 for 81, still trailing Brennan's 11 by 30 runs. With Ryan Schaefer at the crease 10 not out, can he push his side toward Brennan's 11's first innings total? Johnson began the second session much like he finished the first one, hitting Brennan's 11's bowlers to all parts of the arena. But after having to contend with a fiery Matt White over, which seemed to soften him up and break his concentration, he was dismissed by Brendan Scott not long after for 40, as a great innings came to an end. Todd Lavin perished later in the same over to give Scott his third wicket. When Rob Leonard was dismissed after a brief cameo, Rabi's 11 were in trouble. But Ryan Schaefer had somewhat stabilised the ship and will resume the final session 10 not out. So Rabi's 11 will resume the final session at 6 for 81, trailing Brennan's 11 by 30 runs with Schaefer 10 not out. Can he be the man to push their score above Brennan's 11's first innings total? Here is he'll face Mark Pasterfield for the first ball of the final session as it's left wide outside the off stump. Pasterfield will continue again to Schaefer. It's a full delivery played down the ground and Scott hasn't been able to field it. It's gone away for 4. Schaefer in an aggressive mood after tea. Moves to 14 not out. Pasterfield into Schaefer again. And now it's a good length delivery as Schaefer prods it on the offside. And an acrobatic attempt to field the ball from Alex Stepien is in vain as Schaefer sneaks through for a single. 3 deliveries into the final session on day 2. Schaefer has eaten away into this deficit already. 25 behind now are Rabi's 11. There in a sense Schaefer might target Pasterfield here. This might be the over to go. Whereas Pasterfield continues again to Schaefer. He prods it on the offside again. He's going to go. And that would have been tight. And Mark Pasterfield has collected on the follow through. Well, he should have been behind the stumps and he might have got a run out. And he's paid with his head. Pasterfield might still be seeing stars there as he continues to Schaefer. It's a full toss and it's hammered on the leg side for 6. Well, he is going in this over. Pasterfield has served up a juicy full toss and the deficit is now under 20. Schaefer has moved to 22 not out as Pasterfield will come in again. This one's a shorter delivery and it's been pulled to the boundary. There's no stopping Schaefer at the moment. Rabi's 11 6 for 97 and the deficit reduced to 14. Rabi's 11 looking at a possible first innings lead. As will now be Bowling who bowls to Schaefer and it's short and it's been hammered again to the boundary. This has been a terrible start to the final session from Brennan's 11. To the contrary for Rabi's 11. 100 is up for Rabi's 11, 6 for 101 as Bowling will continue to Schaefer. It's a full delivery and it's played towards Bowling who might have dropped that and it's been well fielded by Hamid al-Bashar. Well, it's all happening here at the WCG. Schaefer 30 not out and in the mood as Bowling will continue to Schaefer. It's a shorter delivery, but this one is played over the fence. An unfortunate end to what's been a brilliant innings, but Schaefer has got his side right back in this match. He goes for a well-compiled 30. Rabi's 11 7 for 101. So it's Pat McGregor, the final man in for Rabi's 11. Still trailing by 10 runs. Here, can he get his side over Brennan's 11's first innings total of 111? This has been a gripping contest so far as Bowling will now bowl to Pat McGregor for his first delivery and it's down the leg side. Not only have they got themselves back into the match, Rabi's 11, Brennan's 11 will probably have to face a nervy little period with the bat tonight. Here is Bowling will bowl to McGregor again. It's a short delivery and Pat McGregor lets it hit him, but it's sliding down the leg side. Pat McGregor was the leading run scorer for Matt's 11 last season. If he can get his side some sort of lead tonight, they'll be right in the box seat. As Bowling bowls again to McGregor and it's gone through Scott's hands, who looks to the heavens. He should have fielded that, but that's a priceless boundary. McGregor off the mark and the deficit under 10. 7 for 105 as Gavin Merrifield will bowl now to Pat McGregor. In now to full delivery and it's gone through Pat McGregor. Merrifield bowls McGregor to end the innings just as he ended the test series for Brennan's 11 last year. And Rabi's 11's innings comes to an end. So Rabi's 11 have been dismissed for 105, trailing Brennan's 11 by 6 runs on the first innings. It looked bleak for Rabi's 11 early in the run chase, slumping to 3 for 11. Michael Johnson came to the crease and steadied the ship, making 40. Perhaps a watershed moment for his career at the WCG. 2 wickets in quick succession pegged them back to 5 for 55. But cameos from Rob Leonard and Ryan Schaefer got them up towards Brennan's 11's first innings total, and now they only trail by 6. Scott was the pick of the bowlers for his side, taking 3 for 9, supported well by Gavin Merrifield and Josh Bolling, who took 2 wickets apiece. They'll be slightly disappointed from where they had Rabi's 11 to be only leading by 6, but they've got to put that behind them as they face a tricky period now with the bat. So there's a reshuffle in the Brennan's 11 batting order for the second innings. It'll be Hamid Basher who will open up. Lean picking since his big score of 59 in season 2. Can he get Brennan's 11 off to a positive start? He'll be facing his brother Rabi Basher, who will bowl the opening over of the innings again. So the second innings about to get underway. Brennan's 11 lead by 6. Can they negotiate this tricky period tonight? Well, they'll face about 5 overs. Rabi's 11 with their tails up again at the back end of the day like they did yesterday. Rob Basher in now to his brother, and it's a good length delivery outside the off stump, and it's left alone. Rob Basher to bowl again to his brother. In now to full toss, and that's been played on the offside for a boundary. They're off the mark here in their second innings, Brennan's 11. He's there to be put away. Mid is off the mark. Basher v. Basher again here in the opening over. The shorter delivery wide outside the off stump. Mid lets that go. Brennan's 11 lead by 10 runs. In the past, any target over the 50 mark has been difficult to chase, particularly for Brennan's 11's opposition. But you feel on this wicket you're going to need a lot more than that. This surface still a belter as we approach the end of day 2. Rob Basher continues to his brother, and it's been hammered down the ground. He's overpitched there, Rob Basher, and paid the price. Hamid has pounced on that half volley, and he moves to 8. Brilliant start to the second innings for Brennan's 11 and Hamid Basher. As Hamid Basher faces his brother again, and again he has belted him down the ground. That's 12 off the opening over with 3 brilliant cover drives. Brennan's 11 are off to a flyer. 12 without loss as Pat McGregor will bowl the second over of the innings. In now around the wicket to Hamid Basher, and he's bowled in first delivery. Pat strikes with his first rock of the second innings, and Brennan's 11 lose their first wicket. Hamid's brief cameo comes to an end. Brennan's 11 1 for 12. So Mark Pasterfield stays at 2 for Brennan's 11 as he did in the first innings. Was dismissed by Pat McGregor in pretty unfortunate circumstances in the first innings. So Pat McGregor into Mark Pasterfield now. It's full delivery outside the off stump. Mark leaves alone. McGregor will continue to Pasterfield around the wicket. In now to full delivery, and Pasterfield has not played a stroke. And there's a massive appeal for LB, and Pat McGregor cannot believe that it's been given not out. Well, you'd have to think the angle around the wicket, he might be pitching outside leg stump. Yeah, and it is. That's the problem with going around the wicket. The angle's always against you. Nervous times for Pasterfield late in the day. He's still on a pair. As McGregor bowls to him again, it's full delivery, and it's just played to Johnson on the leg side. McGregor now has 4 for the match. It's always a go-to for his skipper. One of the leading wicket takers at the WCGs. He comes in again to Pasterfield, and it's a solid defensive stroke, which ends a successful over for Rabi's 11. Rob Leonard to bowl the third over of the innings as we approach stumps on day 2. It's a full delivery outside the off stump, which Mark leaves alone. 1 for 13 in the second innings. Brennan's 11 lead by 19 runs. Can they negotiate the rest of this day's play? Robert Leonard will bowl again to Pasterfield. It's another wide, full delivery. Pasterfield leaves it alone. The Rabi's 11 by contrast have been second best in the test match, but have fought back late on each day and have got themselves just about level. If they can take a couple in with them tonight, I'll swing the pendulum in their favour. It's another full wide delivery by Rob Leonard, left alone by Pasterfield. Pasterfield probably has the end of the day in sights. He'll be looking to leave as much as he can alone here. Rob Leonard will continue again to Pasterfield. It's a full delivery. He gets an outside edge and he's going to go through a single and a direct hit, and he is toast. His eagerness to get off the dreaded pair nearly brought his downfall. Pasterfield off the mark for the second innings. As Leonard will bowl to him now. It's a full toss and he's left that alone. This is going to be awfully close, and it's been given. You got the feeling as soon as it hit him on the pad that was looking pretty adjacent. That was always going to be risky business. And you have to say that's probably crashing in the leg stump. Brennan's 11 are 2 for 14 in the second innings. So Brennan's 11 in a bit of early trouble in the second innings, as young Daniel Hancock will stride to the crease with his side 2 for 14. An overall lead of 20. This will be a testing time for the youngster. So Rob Leonard into Daniel Hancock now, and his clean bowl first delivery. And Rabi's 11 are in ecstasy late on day 2. They have fought their way right back into this match. He's gone right through Daniel Hancock, and Leonard is on fire. Brennan's 11, 3 for 14 in their second innings late on day 2. It will be Matt White to come out and bat at 4 for his side. There's 2 overs to negotiate for the rest of the day. Yeah, that was the end of Rob Leonard's over, so it will be George Paneros who will bowl now. Comes into Matt White for his first delivery. It's a full delivery, wide outside the off stump, and it is given a wide. I have to say, for the first time in this match, after fighting back long and hard, Rabi's 11 are on top here. As Paneros will bowl again to White. There's a muted appeal there from Rabi's 11. It's come off White's foot. Rabi's 11 with their tails up. White will have to draw on all his experience to get through this little tricky period. Paneros bowls again to White, who plays that on the leg side towards Johnson for no run. Paneros to continue to White. And now it's a full delivery. It's played towards George Paneros, who fields well off his own bowling. Yeah, that was a chance for White to get off the mark. Wasn't able to capitalise on it. Paneros comes in again to White, who flirts at a short wide one. He might have pulled out of it just in time. It's nervy times here for Brennan's 11. Another wicket now, and they are in desperate trouble. So Paneros' final ball of his over. In now, it's a brilliant delivery outside the off stump. It's well left by White. So after 4 overs, Brennan's 11 are 3 for 15. It looks like it's going to be Ryan Schaefer who will bowl the last over of the day. This will be a big battle here. Schaefer's confidence will be high after making 30 on debut. Also bowled well in the first innings without much luck. This will be the final over of day 2. It's been a gripping contest so far. Schaefer bowls to White, who plays that on the leg side. And it looks like it might have been a cheeky little French cut there. Yeah, but it was well away from the stumps. White survives. Got 5 more deliveries to negotiate tonight. White is solid in defence again. Plays that on the leg side towards Rabi Basha. White, of course, still on a pair. Dismissed for a duck by Rob Leonard in the first innings. We'll just be looking to survive the night here. Schaefer bowls again to him now. It's a brilliant length delivery, and it's well left in the end by White. Watch that closely. Negotiated that well. 3 deliveries left in the day's play. Schaefer to White now. It's another full delivery, and this one's driven down the ground. White gets off the mark. Overpitched this time from Schaefer. White says thank you very much. An ultimate ball on day 2. Schaefer in again to White. It's a shorter delivery. White lets that go outside the off stump. So he's negotiated Schaefer's over well so far. He's got 1 delivery left. Can Rabi's 11 take another one in with them into stumps? It's down the leg side, and that will end another absorbing day of cricket. So day 2 ebbed and flowed. Brennan's 11 started the brighter, reducing Rabi's 11 to 3 for 11 and 5 for 55 after a fight back from Michael Johnson. But Ryan Schaefer got his side back in the match, and after adding 3 quick Brennan's 11 scouts, it's Rabi's 11 who are on top.